All right, y'all, we're starting in Genesis chapter 2 today. I'm looking at verses 9 and then 15 through 17. It's kind of a lot to read, and because I want to keep these videos shorter, I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to talk about my notes. So one of the first things that I noticed with these verses is that the Lord had actually supplied Adam and Eve with everything that they needed. I know when we think of their story, we kind of think of just the tree of knowledge and good of evil. We just think of the bad thing that happened. But in reality, he had given them trees and fruits, delicious fruits, the Bible says, that they could eat of. They could eat of any tree in the garden except for that one tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They could even eat from the tree of life, just not the other one. And they had all of these good and beautiful things instead of, these ugly and bitter things that would come if they ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And I realized that he told them, he kept his reasoning for that very simple. He just said, you will die, because they didn't really need to know anything beyond that. But we now know that when he said that, he meant you will die spiritually. You will be away from me. You will be apart from me. But you're also going to die a natural death as well. And in both cases, we have a gap between us and God. So he was telling them, like, if you eat of this tree, we will not have this connection anymore. You're going to be away from me spiritually. You're going to die spiritually, and then you're also going to die naturally. But I think he was mostly telling them spiritually, you're going to die. You're going to open yourself up to the ugly and bitter sin of the devil at that point. And at that time, he was just really protecting them. He did not want that to happen. He wanted them to only have the good and beautiful things that he was clearly providing for them. But they had to make that choice. So he really just wanted good things for them. He provided. It wasn't like he provided like some crappy trees that they could eat from, like, oh, here are your choices, bad and worse. That's not what he did. He gave them a choice, and he gave them a good choice, because remember, everything that he does, it's all based on the free will that we have to choose. So he was giving them the choices. This is the choice for sin, and then this is the choice for following me and staying in community with me and in fellowship with me. So he gave them that choice, and he gave them a way out to say no to sin. And he's doing the same for us. You just have to look for those ways out. So hopefully this is something to think